What's going on, guys? I thought I would do another video explaining a bit more about needle depth and also the difference between a bug pin and a normal cartridge needle. So you can see I've got a selection of 5 needles here. I've got a 25 curved Magnum, and that's a bug pin. I've got a normal 9 mag curved, and I've got the same needle again, but in a bug pin, that's also curved. I've got a 3 round liner, and then I've got an 18 round liner. So these are both normals, they're not bug pins. So what I'm going to explain and show you today is how far the needle actually goes in the skin, because in my videos it can be a bit hard to see when there's so much vibration and stuff. So I'm going to start from this side and work my way across. So basically I've got a 18 round liner here. So if I just push it out, you can see that I've marked it red. Now you can see the taper. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can see the taper towards the end of the needle. That's essentially how much needle you want to put in the skin. Obviously when it's moving fast, it's going to be harder to see, but so where I've marked it red is how far the needle actually goes in the skin. Literally just the tip. See, if the machine's running and I've got it poking out this much, I don't put the whole thing in up until the plastic, you know? Say if it's going in and out and we slow it down and it goes out that far, you don't put the whole length of the needle, you don't butt the plastic up against the skin. So you would just put where I've marked in red up in the skin. So yeah, so it's basically just the end. So you'll notice between a larger needle, this is quite a big grouping. This is an 18 round liner, so this is quite a big grouping in sense of line. So this will create a really thick line. Now, the difference between a 3 round liner is that you would need more pressure to put the 18 round liner in the skin, so you'd have to push a bit harder to make sure it penetrates all of these needles through the skin. It's a wider surface area. So if I draw on this something that's this big, so say if you got a 3 round liner, which is 3 small dots in the shape of a line, and then you have 18, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this is an 18 round liner and this is a 3 round liner. So you've got a bigger surface area to push through the skin, which means you have to push it harder, you know? Whereas something so small will just go through the skin like a hot knife through butter. So basically that's why you have to be very careful with smaller needles, because if you can see how I've marked this, it's literally the tiniest end of the tip. This is the hardest one to see. You can see there, look, it's the tiniest bit of this needle. That's how far it goes in the skin. See, I'll have it probably sticking out about this far. I'll have it sticking out about that far, but of course I'm not going to put the whole needle in until this. Let me see if I can point at this. This is going to be a bit better. So I'll have it sticking out this far up until this butt, this plastic bit here. You know, I won't put all this bit of the needle in the skin, so it reaches here. I'll just float it up in the skin and then just put this tiny tip in. That's for a 3 round liner. For an 18. You do the same thing, but you'd have to push a bit harder. I would be poking mine out about there, so I wouldn't put all of that in from here. I would just do the tip. As long as all of the needles sink in the skin, that's how much you put in. So that's them. So I'm gonna go straight over to the Bugpin mag now and just explain the needle depths with this. So you've got a curved, so this is the curved. You can see how the needle curls around, yeah? It curves around, it's not straight. Like if you see the plastic bit through the needle grouping, you can see that that's flat. See, it's got a curved formation on it. So essentially, when you're doing this is more for like shading and blending work. because as it goes in the skin, as you push into the skin, these needles will hit the skin first. And where I've drawn red, that's how far you need to put it into the skin. So it's only a couple of millimeters up until, you know, just past the hardest, the shortest needle on this grouping. You just go just past that. Obviously it's going to be hard when you are tattooing, but it'll come with practice. Now, when you're blending really soft creating layers like on faces and stuff, like in the cheeks, you will only put pressure on the skin to use the first of these needles here, because as you then push deeper, then you get a wider sort of surface area. But yeah, this is essentially the needle depth you want to put in. Same on this side. It's literally the tip of a mag. Now this is a bug pin, so a bug pin mag means that these individual needles are smaller. They're smaller. So if I go to the 9 curve, this is a normal mag. This isn't a bug pin. So the individual needles are a lot bigger than, say, the ones on the same grouping. Can you see that? These are a lot tighter. These ones are a lot tighter on the bug pin, and these are a lot thicker. Essentially, they're both 9s, but this one is going to be a smaller size. It's going to be smaller in width than a normal mag. So that's why sometimes when you get, when you're not working with cartridges and you work with individual grips and individual needles, that's why you have to suit the grip. Because if you get a 9 magged grip and a 9 mag needle, normal, and then you use a bug pin 9 mag in the normal sized grip, it's gonna wobble around a lot. You know, this is obviously a perfect size because it's a cartridge that's made together, but you're gonna get a lot of movement in the end. So I'll just showcase this issue here as well. I've got a, this is a 17 bug pin. This is a 17 bug pin individual needle. Now, the needle depth would be, you know, explaining on a normal one, just the tip. Can you see that? Just the tip. Just the tip. So that's literally all you would put in the skin, just the tip of this. Try and show you guys. So that's basically what you would have in the skin. Now, this is a 17. Now, a normal 17, because this is a bug pin, a normal 17, this is a 17 grip. Now, because this is a bug pin, it's going to be smaller in width. So what I'm going to show you now is how much room you've got. So it's you would have to go, this would need to be like a 15 or something to suit this, because there's too much movement in the end, you know? And that's just super annoying when you're trying to tattoo. So if you downsize the grip size in the form of the end, say, because this is a normal 17 mag grip, and this is a bug pin 17 mag bug pin needle, so you would have to go down in size to maybe a 15. That's where it gets a bit confusing, because you've got a lot of play there, a lot of movement. Now, a 15 would be a lot tighter and it would just come out very smooth, you know? There'd be like movement to how there would be in this, so it would just be snug, you know? You've got a tiny bit of play there, but nothing, use this, tiny bit of play there, but nothing, you know, crazy. If you can see, I'll do the bug pin as well. It's probably a better one. See, like a tiny bit of movement. So this here you would struggle to get, you know, you would struggle to keep in the lines, because as you put it in the skin, it would jolt around, and you know, you want to be as, you know, with tattooing, you want to be as precise as possible. So yeah, so that's a bit of insight to needle depth and bug pin sizes and needle groupings and stuff. You know, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to throw them in the comments or try and answer them. And yeah, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you liked the video, and yeah, so thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.